Look, I'll take it all. I'll take it all. Look, I know what I did last week. And I told you that I was mad at. I still stand mad at the ACC for bending to Notre Dame. I still am mad at them.
Leroy,
it's a bad look.
Leroy, but look what happened to Florida. They didn't have their last game canceled, and they got a slip up.
No, stop,
I mean,
dude.
That made me feel.
Hold on. Slipping up against the team that won the national championship last year versus North Carolina.
They're not even close to the same team as last
year.
They're
3-5.
They're not. But guess what? Guess what? They're still the defending champs.
They threw a shoe.
That's like calling the 1998.
Stop! No. Here's the other thing. Have I ever used any of these excuses with Michigan?
What excuses?
Have I ever gone? No, I'm just saying. When Michigan's bad, have I not called them anything but bad?
Oh, they're bad. Well, we're bad. Canes are bad. They're paper tigers.
No. The reason why I say this, let me read a couple of these things. Leroy has the nerve to rip the Canes with an 8-2 record while his Michigan team is pathetic. With what, 2 wins? Agreed. Let's go. This is why you're a hypocrite, Leroy. Let's discuss Michigan's losing season. We have.
I'm so much more furious at this than I would be if they were just terrible. I wish they were Michigan and that this just happened.
No, you don't.
Sure.
Dude, I got skin in the game.
Leroy, I don't want this.
So you don't want to feel like this.
Leroy, I promise you. I don't want the Canes season to end like this. Like, it really was a season. It was a season that was fine. Like, the thing that I had an issue with all year was everybody, it felt like we were coming in every week and that we were bitching about the Canes. And I'm like, all right, they're not the best Canes team. I didn't have any delusions that they were the best Canes team. But I thought that quarterback was really, really good. He was lifting up a team that lacked a lot of talent around it. And at the end of the day, they went to their last regular season game at 8-1. There's not much that you can play about, but you can't do that. And now this coach, he's got, what was he at? The top 3 most embarrassing losses in Canes history on his resume? 500 yards rushing?
Well, yeah, maybe 3 out of 4 because you got to have Golden's 58-0 debacle to Clemson.
No, this was worse.
No, this is definitely worse. I agree.
This was worse. And here's what I would say. Here's what I would say why it's worse. Because if the 3 of us are competing at something, right? And it gets ugly. At some point, you're going to say, I'm tired of this nonsense. And somebody is going to say, we can't allow this to happen. Right? And the thing that's hilarious to me, this is the funniest thing about all this. Everybody was so excited to have all these people around the program. Once you go on the field, it's the players and only the players. And I don't care what defense is called. I don't care what anything is called. If you're a competitor, you don't let your butt get beat down like that. End of story. So I don't care if you got Ed Reed on the sideline. You could have the whole 2001. Hold on.
Read into this.
Hold on. I'm not saying he has anything to do with it. But what I'm saying is you can be excited about all the players they bring back around the program. But at the end of the day, they're not going on the field.
62 points. They didn't have a defensive score. They didn't have a special team score. It was all just running down your throat.
Dude, no, let's be clear. Hold on. If I came to you on Monday and say, tough win, that kid from North Carolina, he had 300 yards rushing. What about the other kid? He had 230. They gave up the most yards in the history.
It was the same play. It was the same play, too.
Football.
Just a sweep to the left, sweep to the right, 2 different running backs. Same play.
But my look, no matter what the situation is, I always kind of keep it near home base, right? I don't put myself out there about what's going to happen. I don't put myself out there about whose fault it is. So the only thing, I don't care how much of a Canes fan you are, right? I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with, though, is how you make all these assumptions about your team. Okay? What's going to happen? Why the ACC screwed us? And what did I say Friday? If you're going to talk all that trash about you should have got Notre Dame or you be mad, why don't you take care of business first?
Fair enough, but nobody. Well, first of all, it was moot. I mean, they could have won. They could have won 62-26. They're not going to the ACC.
But again,
there's no business to take care of.
If you'd have won 60, if you'd have won 62 to 26, I would have been more inclined to say, interesting. Probably would have been something.
But everything we were saying was a fictional scenario I made up because I was mad at the ACC.
For no reason. After what happened, yes. Look, I don't like Notre Dame, but after what happened this past Saturday, you think you want to put yourself on the field with Notre Dame?
You always want to play the best. And Leroy, the transitive property doesn't work the way. Yes, I know North Carolina lost to Notre Dame, and then North Carolina kicked the crap out of us, but North Carolina also lost to Florida State. Does that mean Florida State would put up 102 against us? No, it doesn't work that way.
How does Manny Diaz just come out of that always so bewildered? Like, I listened to him after this game, and he's just like, well, we didn't practice like that all week. Never saw this coming.
Yeah. Right.
I just get so furious with him. He's been coached for 3 seconds. He's got the most rushing yards. He's a defensive coach. He's got the most rushing yards ever given up by a tandem. He's lost to FIU. He's been shut out by La Tech. Lost to end of the year on a terrible loss to a Duke team that they just shut out.
This isn't me breaking my oath. I'm just reminding you of what else happened last year.
Break the oath, Robbie.
Break the oath.
No.
Robbie, there's nothing left. There's nothing left to play for. The season's over, dude.
Look, my oath was for college football. It wasn't just for the Canes.
Hold on.
January 12th, I'm free of my oath.
Hey, hold on. Are you ready for this text? It's funny. Sad, but funny. Canes basketball lost 66-62 on Saturday. So the football team only gave up 4 less points than the basketball team.
Wow.
Jeez.
Look, man, everybody, my school been getting ass kicked by Ohio State for the last 20 years.
Not this year.
Right? But guess what?
State.
Guess what? There was no person yelling more on the radio about their school giving up a hundy in the last 2 years than me. So when you talk about how I feel about my school, I at least tell the truth. I don't have these little dream scenarios that I set up with my school. It is what it is. You go ahead. Y'all go ahead. The ACC screwed you guys. That's why you lost.
No. No, that's not why they lost. I'm not going to feel bad for standing up for the Canes last week. I'm not going to feel bad for that. I'm not going to apologize for it either.
There's a difference. I'm not complaining about you standing up for your school. You know what I'm talking about. Stop it.
The person who should be apologizing is Manny Diaz to me for making me look like a buffoon.
He ain't on that field though.
Oh, whatever.
Dude, he ain't on that field.
I'm not gonna rip kids.
Dude, I'm gonna explain something to you. When 2 individuals run for a combined 544 yards, I don't care what defense you have on the field. I don't care what. At some point, as a competitor, you say, enough of this. Enough of this.
Blake Bacon.
And it wasn't there. Like, yeah, Manny probably had a lot to do with it. But Manny ain't making tackles on the field.
That's fine.
Manny ain't making business decisions and getting out of the way. Manny ain't getting run over by 2 running backs.
Leroy, fine, but why? And I ask why.
I don't know.
Why with Manny does this always happen and his teams now in the short 2 years tenure that he's been the head coach? These games against teams that they're fine. It's UNC. They're all right. And you made them look like a Voltron of Alabama Clemson.
Yep. But again, I couldn't see this coming. Did I think that North Carolina had a chance to win? Yes. I thought, did I think, okay, that North Carolina would come in and just push Miami all around the field? See, the things that bother me about this is the same team that gets swag penalties. When you get swag penalties, you ain't getting run over like this. You understand what I'm saying? Because pride will take over.
No pride.
How about Florida?
None.
How about Florida? Their swag penalty.
It got rescinded.
The only thing that made me feel a little better was Florida losing. That was
The guy throwing the shoe 20 yards down the field.
It was very fleeting. I was just like, all right, makes me feel a little better, but Jesus, 62 points. Can I hear Robbie, break the oath, bro? Let's go. Come on, man.
I can't. You guys
People
remember why?
want you. They want you to break the oath.
Hey, Robbie, Manny broke the oath to you.
Yeah,
you can break the oath to him.
He didn't play football. He did not prepare his team to play a football game on Saturday, so he did not support you.
See, I'm not going there.
Nah,
I'm not going there.
Listen, listen.
Everybody,
to this guy.
everybody wants to put. Dude, everybody wants to put. They weren't prepared. Man, I don't care how prepared you are. If you're a competitor, you don't let somebody run for 500. Two guys run for 500 plus yards. Stop it.
This is like the 3-strike rule on your legal record, okay? As soon as he gets caught committing another crime, I go back and say, oh, you have a loss to FIU in your past. Sorry. That's how it rolls.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, all right, but you lost to FIU. I'm not forgetting. Now people don't forget.
I mean, like, wow. All right.
Let me hear from this head coach of the Hurricanes, Robbie. What do you have to say?
Well, the majority of this class committed when before we had even played a down of football this year. So, it's recruiting time. It's obviously closing time. That's always an important time of year. But heck, if I was a recruit and I saw that, I'd double down on why I'd want to come. And feel like there's some great opportunities to do something similar with the 2020 classes and get in here and make a difference.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I double down. Break the oath, Robbie.
I can't. You guys remember why I made the oath in the first place? College football was on the verge of being canceled.
Yeah, but it's
all
not
the reports.
Anymore. We're here, and the Cane season's over. They got a game in the Cheez-It Bowl, maybe. Like, let's break the oath.
My oath wasn't just for the Canes; it's for all of college football. January 12th, the day after the title game.
Robbie,
I can't. No,
Robbie, no. Play his opening statement. I bet you want to break the oath.
The opening statement is: we got our ass kicked. A humiliating performance. Got to give credit to North Carolina; they were phenomenal. Probably as good as they can play, matched up with probably as badly as we can play, and that's the result.
Break the oath. Break the oath.
Nope, not doing it.
Break the oath. Come on, Leroy. Break the
oath.
Break the oath. How much did you want to break the oath?
That was the hardest of the season. That was definitely the hardest game to hold on to the oath.
So you're telling me in 28 days you'll break the oath?
Yes, January 12th. Well, I'm not saying I may or may not break the oath. I don't know what I'm going to do. But January 12th, I won't be held by the oath anymore. I'll be free on January 12th.
I need to get some support from the Canes fans. I feel like if I got support from the Canes fans for Robbie to break the oath, then maybe he'd
This isn't me breaking the oath. I'm just alerting you guys. I'm just passing along news to you guys. I'm not breaking the oath.
Okay, just facts.
Just facts. But there is a head coach opening at Auburn. Gus Malzahn got fired.
Well, I think isn't Hugh Freeze taking that job with bags of money?
Yes, Hugh Freeze is probably taking that job.
All right.
Illinois also has a vacancy. Lovie Smith got let go.
I need to cleanse myself of this. Look, tonight at the American Airlines Arena.
Oh no, we're not putting our hopes and dreams on preseason basketball. Stop.
We have hopes and dreams in the finals last year. That's
Leroy.
What?
Heat and Pelicans tonight.
No. Not doing it. Not doing it.
15 minutes of
it's
heat
back.
Is back. Next. The other thing that's annoying is, I know somebody mentioned this, that the Canes Twitter account, Canes Football Twitter, they shut down replies on the final score. Like, they tweeted out the final score, but you can now do a thing on Twitter where you could shut down replies. So you could just tweet something and nobody can hit you back on it. which is funny because the entire game, as they're tweeting stuff out, they're getting all sassy with everybody,
right? Which is
on Twitter.
That's and if I tell you that is what I get into it with Canes fans about this right here. Like, it goes both ways. I don't have a problem with you being all, Canes bro, whatever. But when you're on the other side of that, you gotta eat it.
And this is not the first. I remember them doing this, Robbie. You're saying this happened last year during the North Carolina game too. You were telling me during the break.
It was after the North Carolina game. I think it was like the next day they posted. North Carolina was week 2 last year. That was the first 0-2 start since like 1978. And that same account, Canes Football, they put up a thing. Jaron Williams, 30 of 39, and he's only getting better. And this, of course, coming after a loss. And sure enough, everybody ripped them for celebrating stats at a loss or 0-2, and they were also sassy that day too. Also against North Carolina.
They tweeted out during the game. Somebody was ripping them, and they go, "We're 8-1 during one of the most difficult years in all of college football. Maybe sports. We're having a tough game. Just chill." I mean, then it goes. Somebody screenshots that. Goes, "Worst excuse for a terrible football team I've ever seen." He goes, "What's the excuse? It's a nod to what's been accomplished during an unprecedented time in history. We had a bad half of football. Need to regroup. We know that, but the vitriol and ridiculousness being thrown around right now is silly and uncalled for." Now,
that's not why people get mad.
Now, mind you, this is after when they said they still have a half to go. Then they would go out and give up even more points and more yards in a historic-making performance.
Yeah. Those tweets, by the way, those tweets were sent halfway through it.
They tweeted out, "Down early with plenty of football to play."
Yeah, or to double that, down a lot.
Dude goes, "Whoever runs this page is a B and needs to be fired right along with Blake Baker. Turning off the comments don't make a loss any better, just adds to the embarrassment." They go, "What about blocking people?" It's an embarrassing thing. If somebody goes, turned off the replies on the final score. What a bunch of cowards. You don't want to hear about how much of a joke you are. And they go, "But yet you found a way." And they go, "Why?" Somebody goes to him, "Why are y'all even tweeting right now? Go sit down somewhere. We'll stop if you stop." First of all, you're not a person. You run a thing. You are a Canes football Twitter account.
He's taking it like you atting him.
Why are you hitting Canes fans with sass? Like, what are you doing? Whoever runs that account, and I declare it's probably the same person, because this is now on multiple years where you've done the same thing after you embarrassed yourself. Why are you getting sassy with Canes fans? They're pissed off. They should be pissed off. We're sitting here peacocking all week.
Yeah.
We're telling you how the ACC has screwed us, and we're telling you how it's a joke that they've bent the knee to Notre Dame, and you go put that kind of performance out on the field, and you decide it's the fans' fault. Oh, just be happy. We were 8-1, bro. No. Look, you go out there. Hey, do me a favor. You know what? You can tweet that out. You lose 14-7. Okay. You lose 24-21. You know what? Maybe I'll hear you out, Leroy. Difficult times. Right. Unprecedented times. You lose 28-20. Just normal football games. But if you go up and you give up a 60 burger, is that a burger? Yes. I know 50 is the burger level, but do you consider 60 a burger, Leroy? Is that a double decker?
Hey, that's an extra patty.
But you got right now. You got that Fuddruckers pounder.
Whoa.
You go give yourself up a 60 Fuddrucker, okay?
Yeah.
And you give up the most yards rushing by teammates in the history of football.
How long has football been around?
Forever, bro.
The 1800s. So you broke a record. Just skip over the 1900s. Right? Skip over all of them.
151 years.
Yes.
151 years. Yep. The most by teamates.
Wait, keep in mind, the Four Horsemen didn't throw passes. All they did was run. I played in a wishbone. So we ain't talking about spread offenses. Right?
They put up 60 points on you, 62 points on you. No pick sixes, no punt return touchdowns. Just
all offensive.
No short fields.
No short fields. Well, I mean, it was all a short field for them.
Hey, if they had short fields, they wouldn't have ran for 600.
Yeah.
The only shot the Canes had of winning that, of even being in that game, is the running backs being so tired from running so much down the field that they ran out of oxygen to suck down. But all that being said, if that is occurring, put the thumbs away, okay? Whoever's running that account. I don't know if it's a media relations person. I don't know if it's an intern. I don't know if it's Manny Diaz's cousin.
It's Manny Diaz's cousin because Manny talks the same way.
Whoever it is, put the thumbs away when that's happening, okay? Let the fans be mad. Let the fans, don't tell, we're all dealing with unprecedented, hey, guess what? We're all dealing with unprecedented times.
Including North Carolina.
All are, including North Carolina. We're all dealing with this. It's not unique to the Canes. I don't ignore the fact that, hey, playing sports has probably been a pain in the ass. I'm sure that it has been. But we're all in unprecedented times. But we all haven't given up the most rushing yards by teammates in the history of football.